Welcome everyone, WildeWilly here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another walkthrough. This character is level 83. If you have just watched my series OP and early DLC, this is the character that I took from a level 1 wretch to level 83. To access the DLC, you see I've got all those runes from killing Moog. I'm in the shadow of the Erd Tree and I've just arrived at the gravesite, Plain Site of Grace. I have not done anything. Now this series, since it was a tutorial, beginner friendly, panic rolling, R1 spamming type of guide where you picked up all the map fragments, all the available golden seeds, sacred tears, plus 10 bloodhound's fang, plus 10 mimic, the crucible knight tree set for our armor. These are my stats: 42 vigor, 30 endurance, 24 strength, 18 dex, 15 faith, 12 arcane. Very simple, but it took a lot of time because it was a tutorial. And I am OCD. If we hop back to, literally hop back, very funny. If we hop back to the main map, you'll see that I have everything short of the capital unlocked, including a lot of the underground regions. Obviously Mogwin's Palace to beat Moog, and Deep Root Depths. So we do have a way into the capital. We have two ways. But the goal of the initial series was to get all of the map unlocked and get as many things as possible ready to go, leaving as much content in the base game still to be covered. So this is going to be a challenge run for me. I am going to be looking to start all over again with a new character, and I cannot choose the wretch, and I am going to run through and get here again, and we're going to see how quickly and efficiently I can do it. And this is going to be more of an expert player focused walkthrough guide on getting to the DLC quickly, instead of doing everything like I was in my Get OP and early DLC walkthrough. So that's the goal. So let me pause the video now and I will meet you again in character creation. And let's get started. All right, we're back. I'm back as a samurai. I always start as a wretch, so this is forcing me to do something different and be more efficient. I already have armor. I already have a weapon with bleed, so I can kill Grail. And I'm gonna literally try and just grab things that are right in front of me, Mac fragments, that sort of thing. I can't really go out of my way. That's my challenge. I did have a go with the grafted scion. Got him down below half health before he killed me. Not efficient, but hey, did something differently. Normally I just run and jump off the cliff. All right, so let's get up here. All right, so we're not going to be doing that. Tell how much I play with katanas. All right, so not going to talk to Kale, just going to grab the Grace. Out the front door to grab the golden rune by the sign. And then on to gate front. And these episodes are going to keep them about 30 minutes each. So as I was saying, the goal is to just get through this as quickly as possible. And this is going to be just more commentary for me, less game mechanics. If you want the beginner-friendly version of the walkthrough that literally walks you through points on the map, all that happy stuff. Definitely check out my video series. It's 21 episodes long. All right, so normally I would rest and go back. And I need to rest because I don't have torrent. I was like, let me just run through here and I'll get the grace on the other side. So let's get through.
Have you heard, sir? But you, I can turning rune to aid you. You need only to the foot of. Then it's settled. Summon me. I bequeath. Use it will summon torrent. Treat him with.
All right, and I chose the golden seed. So let me get rid of this and equip my whistle. And then I guess since we're here, I'll grab the map fragment because it's my challenge criteria rules. It is right in front of me. And also grab that. Grab these two. Then we need that Ash of War. And then let me grab the Grace. And we'll go back to the Church of Ella and talk to Ronnie. Get our spirit calling bell.
This way, tarnished. May I have a word? I and the word I'd heard tell, and upon look at talk I so art to call forth. I was
this is going to be a
tis the best summon them with the spirits. Now it is that
Bloodhound's Fang build.
Forgive mine. I doubt we shall. How long will it be for the time?
Get back to get to the DLC. To me, it feels like the most efficient way. I know you can do Reduvia. Blasphemous Blade will get you to Moog, but it's horrible for beating Moog because he's resistant to fire, which is too bad because for the base game, other than Moog, pretty much the Blasphemous Blade is the bomb. I love it. I love the running heavy from the greatswords. Of course, Bloodhound's Fang has that too. I love the heal on hit. What else do I love? I love the Ash of War. You can just spam it. But that's not a particularly efficient build because you need a lot of mind. And in this build, I don't even know how much mind I have as a samurai. But I'm not going to have more than 11. Because I know I need that. For the Star Scourge Greatsword. Because I'll use Starcaller Cry on the Albinurics in Mogwin's Palace to farm instead of the bird. Like the bird is, you know, obviously the starter point. You get down there, you get 11,000 runes per kill. You get the Gold Scarab. That bumps it up to 13,245. But then when you do the hillside with the Albinurics, typically, people are farming that with the Sacred Relic Sword. Obviously, it would be pretty inefficient to complete the whole game and then go to the DLC. I know there are speedrunners who can do that shit in like an hour, but I'm not one of them. Like I said, I am Mr. OCD. I like to have everything, every map fragment, every site of grace so that I can get back there easily and quickly. I like to have as many golden seeds as Flasks as possible, which I'm still going to do. That makes sense. I just got to be more efficient about the other stuff. All right, so now we're going to swing down to Weeping. I'm planning on getting 15 faith, so I'm not going to get the faith tier. I'm basically planning on using the strength tier, the dex tier, and then when I get to it, you know, obviously I'm going to use the purifying crystal tier when we're fighting modes. But basically it's just going to be strength tier, dex tier, until I get those. I might just rock. I mean, I probably won't even put it on, to be honest, until I have those. I'm not planning on fighting any bosses. So I will kill her later on, most efficient way to get the Lord of Blood's favor. I am going to grab the Morning Star because it is on the way. This is typically my starter weapon. For killing Grail. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to go up to Liurnia by EG and go north and get the Vicaria Manor and get the Ash of War for Horfar Stomp. And that's gonna let me put a cold infusion on the Morning Star or on the Uchi, so that I can kill Grail faster, because I will get both Bleed procs and I will get Frost procs, freeze. All right, I gotta remember that that pretty much just goes straight in front of me. All right, let's get the third one. Don't need a ton of memory slots, so I don't need to do a lot of this. But this one is right here, where we're grabbing the Great Turtle Shell Shield. That's my favorite, just gives me extra stamina. My initial, basically talismans are going to be the Green Turtle Talisman for more stamina, the Golden Scarab, and then an Arsenal Charm. Won't get the Great Jars. Probably just try to stick with the basic one and then just farm up a little bit more endurance. Alright, so I'm going to grab the golden seed and then I'm going to leave. Normally I would grab the map fragment too, but it's not directly in front of me, and it will aggro the golem outside of Castle Morn. I am going to stop myself from doing that. And hopefully I can sneak down here and just grab this. Without him getting aggro, and then I can warp back. Next up, I'm going to run up to the church and grab Flame of Frenzy and the Sacred Tear. So we're just heading out west. I'm going to loop up there. And I'm going to hop down and go across the bridge. Normally I would loop down and grab the Faith Knot Crystal Tear, Don't need it, so not gonna get it. And I like to go in the front here. What this allows me to do is grab the spell, which is off to the left, and then the big rat doesn't aggro on me until I've already grabbed the sacred tier, and then I can just hop out here. And I don't need the grace, so I can just run around the rocks and then look for the way down. That should be over here somewhere to the west. I might have to go a little further this way to find the drop down. All right, there's my grace. There's the bridge. All right, so I'm good. I need to head over here to be able to drop down here and then drop down, and we're across the bridge. I'm going to go straight up to the church and grab the grace and the sacred tier there. Then I'm going to head to the other church and grab the grace and the sacred tier there. And then I'm going to head down to the southern portion of the map to the merchant down there, so that I can, I'm going to run through the graveyard nearby. I really don't have any runes. So that I can buy the lantern and just be done with that. See if I can be efficient and didn't kill them, so no runes. Worth a shot though. Alright, sacred tier. Get out this way. I can grab some leg grease. Not gonna rest, don't need to rest yet. Heading over towards the walking mausoleum. You can see the church spire off to the right hand side of the screen. The things I will allow myself to stop for is, like, if it's right in front of me, I am going to be making a point of grabbing trinazoles and mushrooms so I can make sleep pots for Noble, for Fatty, on the way to the Somber 7 in Volcano Manor. Alright, and I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab the Site of Grace by the Merchant. That way I can loot the graveyard, and if I don't aggro the stupid little wolves, there's like one wolf there. Sometimes I don't even see it. And of course I'm doing a YouTube video, I will aggro the one wolf, and then I'll either have to run back, but if I don't see the wolf, then I can just loot the graveyard and warp back. So I'm grabbing this. And like I said, normally I would have grabbed the map fragment, both of the Sites of Grace and the church, but I'm not ever planning on coming back here. At least not until, you know, I've done what I was going to do for the challenge run. So it's right up here. For the Convergence mod, this is where you spawn in, and it's like the Dreadnought. There's like a building here. And over there by the mausoleum where you spawn in, I think for like the Snow Witch or something. Watch out, I am going to be doing more Convergence mod content because, you know, I love the vanilla game, but I love the Convergence mod as well. So many cool new spells, cool new weapons, armor sets, classes. Alright, so be efficient. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in the Convergence mod. And, you know, vanilla is vanilla. I like the vanilla game, but, you know, I want to do some original content, so I'm going to be, you know, doing some builds there. Alright, so I need 1,800 runes. So let's sell him some stuff. And we do one of those, and we have enough. All right, now I have my lantern. All right, so let's put that on. I think that goes over here, is where I like to put it. No, that's not where I like to have it. That's where I like to have my spirit summon. So let's pick that out. What is it? This one? Alright, yeah, that's good. That's where I normally have it. Alright, so we're done down here. Just gonna go back to Gatefront. Gonna go up the hill. Stormhill Shack. Got the golden seed along the way. And normally I would double back and like grab the smithing stones from the golem or whatever. If I really want to, I can run through the one bell-bearing dungeon in Liurnia. Yeah, shit, I might have to fight a wolf or two. Alright, let's see if we can rest real fast. 40 wolves show up. Come on. Yep, one of them popped up, but I was able to rest in time. So that's good. Let's grab the stone sword key and talk to Rodrika to get her to move. And then typically spirit summon wise, speaking of putting stuff on. Put on our wolves for right now. I switch over to the jellyfish. Not the jellyfish. He gives us the jellyfish, which is why I'm thinking about it. I get the fanged imps. And level them up to +3. And then I get the mimic. Alright, so we got the jellyfish. Just trying to exhaust her dialogue. Alright, so that's done. Now I'm going to go grab the strength here. Come on, get away from the grace so we can go. And I could go beat the Golden Bow Knight. Typically I go and beat the Golden Bow Knight. And then I drop down in the encampment to grab the lance in case I want to use dual wield the lance and the Serpent Hunter to fight Reichert. Wait, that doesn't kill me, it doesn't. And now I'm just gonna go south. I want the War Master Shack. I am gonna come back here. I do want to murder Bernal. Alright, let's put that stuff in our flask. Could have, what, 3 sacred tears. Alright, so now I just want to go east. Alright, I did grab this for the build, so let me go and see if I can take revenge on the Golden Bow Knight, now that I actually have armor and an Uchi instead of a club wearing a bikini. Because in my last playthrough, in the walkthrough that I was doing, killed me 4 times. Get off the horse, come on, come on. Ah! I got a bleed rock, it didn't matter. Okay, so that was efficient. Not mad about that. So let's hop down and grab the lance because it's on the way. One of my rules. Hopping down to go through the camp. And then normally here, this is where I would run through the camp. I'd get the shiny, grab the sacred flesh, and run through on my way to the trolls to get them to break the rock for the smithing stones. Not efficient, so I'm just going to run out the camp over here and down to the Grace. Gonna ignore Alexander. He should show up at Redmane Castle anyway.
Can you hear me?
Sorry, bro. Get some exalted flesh from him, but whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to head across the bridge. I think there are a couple of smithing stones I can grab along the way, and then I'm going to swing off to the right. I want to head down to the graveyard by, like, the first artist shack, so that I can get the cookbook for the recipe for the sleep pots. I need to head over here and head south and look for that. Look for the drop down where I won't die. And you see it, there's the artist shack. So this is where normally come down. Come down again. And here's my graveyard. Where's my graveyard at? There it is. And drop down. That's weird. I wonder why the summon sign is out. Am I too close to what's his face? So just more runes. I'm not going to use these to level up. I will just pop them if I'm like super close to a level or I want to buy something. Alright, and there's my cookbook. I'll just grab the other stuff and then I'm going to warp back to the site of grace. We're going to run through Summon Water Village, get the turtle talisman. For our first turtle talisman, for our first talisman slot. And then ride down to the church. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up. I will grab the Sacred Blade Ash of War, because that's on the way. And I am going to grab the Grace down here because it's on the way. Gonna ignore the NPC. And I think these merchants, you know, like a couple of them have crackpots. I know Calais has one. I do want to get crackpots, but I have a plan for that. Instead of like running around to the merchants or going back to the merchants, I'm probably just going to go to Bonnie Village and drop down. And there's like a couple of crackpots I can grab from there to make up for the ones that I'm not getting from the merchants. All right, there it is. All right, so I have one stone sword key. Gonna run in here and grab this. All right, and I'm pretty sure it's faster to just ride out and go south. That's what I'm gonna do. The drop down should be right over here by this scarab. Whatever. Easy enough. Grab the runes. Drop down over here. There's the spirit spring. Right by that wolf. Up, down. Lock on. All right, there's my Sacred Blade. I would just put that on the Morning Star to go back and beat the Mariner. Before we go to Caelid, I want to have beat the Mariner. So I have a death root to give to the Bestial Devout, so I can go ahead and get the Claw Mark Seal. Well, let me grab this. Let me grab my Wondrous Physic. I'm gonna rest at the Grace. And this is where I'm gonna wrap up episode 1. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I believe that took me like a couple episodes worth. Again, lots of talking and newbie friendly stuff. So let's wrap up here and we will begin again with the next one in just a moment.